Welcome to This Explainer. Let's just jump right in. Today we're decoding something massive. It's an incredibly complex and honestly, deeply stressful world for so many of us, elder care navigation. If you've ever had to help an aging loved one figure out their next steps, you know exactly what I mean, right? It's an absolute maze of paperwork, endless phone calls, and, well, sheer panic. But what if there was a way to turn all of that overwhelming chaos into total clarity? That's exactly what we're going to explore today by digging into this really fascinating model called the family care ecosystem.
So I want you to imagine a scenario for a second. It's a sudden, high-stakes trigger event. What happens when mom falls at home? She ends up in the hospital. And suddenly, as an adult child, you are thrust right into a crisis mode. You're sitting there in a hospital room just completely overwhelmed with questions, worry, and all this pressure. The discharge planner is handing you a massive stack of black and white pamphlets, and you're expected to make major medical, financial, and logistical decisions in, like, a matter of hours. The shock is very real, and the immediate need for clear, actionable guidance is absolutely critical.
Okay, let's dive into this and look at the contrast here. The traditional care scramble is what most families experience, and it's pure chaos. You're making a dozen confusing calls to home agencies, lawyers, rehab centers. It's total guesswork, trial and error, and an immense amount of stress. But the family care approach, it replaces that chaotic web with a one-family call system. So instead of you doing the guessing, a guided assessment uncovers the full picture of what your family actually needs. This creates coordinated solutions and ultimately lasting relief. You literally make one trusted call, and a whole world of help just opens up.
What's truly fascinating to me here is the sheer scale of the ecosystem that this one single call activates. Think of it like a giant hub-and-spoke model. From a central intake hub, the platform coordinates outward to basically everything. We're talking clinical care and well-being, planning and placement, advocacy, safe home decisions, financial and legal peace of mind, even community lifestyle support. The beauty of this is how it reveals how deeply interconnected elder care actually is. A medical need almost always triggers a housing need, which then triggers a financial need. It's a domino effect. And this ecosystem is specifically designed to handle all of it, completely holistically.
To see how this really builds in the real world, let's follow a sample family case study over an 18-month timeline. This is absolutely crucial to understand because care isn't just a one-time event, right? It's an evolving journey. So on day 1, you have immediate clinical needs right after that hospital discharge. But wait until month 3. Now the dust has kind of settled, and it's time for a financial and legal review. By month 9, maybe mom realizes the house is just way too much to manage, prompting a real estate transition. And then by month 18, the family might be looking at long-term placement. As you'll see, the platform anticipates every single one of these evolving needs.
So, starting off in this immediate triage phase, we're dealing with the direct aftermath of our trigger event. Mom returns home from the hospital, and the family needs help right now. Instantly, the platform's qualified partner network activates a home care agency to be right there on site. But wait, the doctor also ordered wound care and skilled nursing after the discharge. No problem at all. The platform simultaneously coordinates a wound care specialist and an infusion provider. The family didn't have to scramble or vet these people themselves. The ecosystem just handled it immediately.
Then as we move into phase 2, the needs shift from that immediate triage to midterm stability. The family realizes, okay, we need to look at long-term planning, protecting assets, and reviewing benefits. So the platform brings in a vetted elder law attorney, a Medicaid specialist, and a financial advisor. At the exact same time, a home evaluation reveals some safety risks. Mom needs a safe environment so she doesn't fall again. So the ecosystem activates a home safety specialist to come in and install grab bars, maybe build a ramp, or even put in a stair lift. Just imagine the sheer relief of having all these things handled completely seamlessly.
The absolutely crucial point here is that as care needs increase, the support scales right alongside the family. Here in phase 3, bigger and honestly often very emotional life changes are happening. If mom needs to consider selling her home, the family isn't left in the dark trying to vet realtors on their own. The platform smoothly transitions the family to pre-vetted realtors, mortgage advisors, and title companies. And if she needs more continuous care down the line, they activate an assisted living placement advisor to find the perfect community, whether that's standard assisted living or specialized memory care. The key takeaway? The family is literally never left to figure out these massive life transitions all by themselves.
I want to pause here for a second, because this quote right from the source material captures the absolute core differentiator of this entire model. It says, we don't just refer, we coordinate, we stay involved. Anyone can just hand you a list of phone numbers they printed off Google. That's just referring.
But family care acts as this constant thread. They facilitate warm introductions, they track the care plan alignment, they follow up, and they stay deeply, deeply involved to ensure success every single step of the way. It's a real game changer.
So what's actually happening behind the curtain to make all this possible? Well, it's driven by this incredible partner network engine. First, it starts with a deep assessment to uncover the full picture. Clinical, financial, geographic, the whole shebang. Next comes the matching process, where they pair the family only with pre-vetted professionals who are perfectly suited to their very specific situation. Then comes that crucial warm handoff and coordinated oversight we were just talking about. And finally, lifecycle retention. Because the platform stays involved, they remain the trusted partner for every single stage as the family's needs inevitably change.
Now, you might be wondering, how on earth do they manage all of these moving parts without dropping the ball? The answer is incredibly smart technology. This massive level of coordination is powered by a central platform. And the real standout feature here is their AI smart matching engine. It analyzes preferences and literally thousands of data points to instantly match families with the absolute best fit providers. They also use a specialized provider CRM to track every single appointment and outcome. That means the family never has to repeat their painful story 20 times to 20 different strangers. Add in a family portal, and family members can stay totally informed, access resources, and track their loved one's care journey in real time.
And this brilliantly illustrates the true power of this model. 20 plus. Let that number really sink in for a second. That is the number of qualified partner activations generated by just one single family over a 12 to 18-month journey. Just one initial intake call ripples out to create over 20 distinct opportunities across healthcare, legal, real estate, and community support services. It's a staggering metric, honestly. It really highlights just how complex elder care is and how brilliantly a centralized ecosystem can organize the whole process.
Now, if we look at this from a business perspective, why do vetted partners absolutely love participating in this model? Well, just look at the economics. It creates highly diverse revenue streams through multiple partnership models. It boasts an incredibly high lifetime value, simply because one family touches so many different service categories. Plus, the efficient intake and scalable systems create really strong margins. And because those recurring family needs naturally drive repeat engagement over time, it results in highly predictable growth. It's fair, it's transparent, and it's a sustainable win-win for all the businesses involved.
Ultimately, it all comes down to better outcomes for everyone involved. For the families, it means radically less stress, eliminating the confusion, and dodging some really costly mistakes. It saves immense amounts of time and money by simply avoiding duplication and delays. For the ecosystem itself, it builds profound long-term trust. I mean, families return and refer others because they feel so incredibly supported. And for the trusted local professionals in the network, it guarantees strong, consistent, high-quality growth with real integrity. So, I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder today. When the time inevitably comes, how will you navigate the future of your family's care? Will you try to somehow assemble all the puzzle pieces in the dark, right in the middle of a crisis? Or will you seek out a trusted, coordinated guide that turns that overwhelming maze into a clear, connected path forward? As we've seen, the family care ecosystem proves that there is a vastly better way to support families when they need it the most. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this provided some powerful clarity for you today.